draw very much either these days. But
Really?
yeah,
That's weird.
I definitely don't.
I thought that's all you do, basically.
Don't do this. I do very little these days. Welcome, dear boy,
Hello.
to the Doodle Dang podcast. It feels weird to welcome you to your own project because this is what we started together.
Well, I'm still in the place where it all started. That's where my posh accent comes from.
Oh, you're still in London, not East London, no. And I'm
well, it's southeast, though. You know,
southeast,
just across the river.
Okay, true. Yes. Right then, dear boy.
Grab a pen, start drawing.
This is
First
KABE.
First thing, chicken feet.
Oh man, we need to get Pete. Here.
He lives around the corner from me.
Did you ever see him?
Yeah. Well, so the story with him is that him and his partner, Grace, they split up, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know that, but you
quite
do.
Quite some time ago.
Yeah, but he has a new girlfriend who has 2 kids as
She
well.
lives somewhere else, though. No, I mean somewhere else in the country.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, something like that. So I don't know. We tried to invite him for barbecue twice, I think, but then both times he couldn't make it because of kids and stuff.
Oh,
kids and stuff. Yes.
Product 2.
Kids stuff.
I
can still write. I don't know if I can still draw.
It's funny because we used to do this literally every day.
I know.
For years.
Man, I so want a spliff now.
I know it's weird to not be sitting here smoking, doing it totally straight during the day rather than.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things that I do during the day, not stoned nowadays, but that's okay as well. I don't know.
When was the last time you smoked a joint, Lucas?
I don't know, 2010, I think, because...
Whoa. When did you quit smoking tobacco?
2010.
Okay.
I did try some like vaporizer a few times. It's quite nice, but it's not quite the same as a spliff. No. Plus, I think when the first time I tried that vaporizer thing was maybe 2018 or something like that. Yeah. So it was like way later, so I lost the kind of sense of how it should feel, maybe, I don't know. But it was very different and it wasn't really the same.
It's a totally different experience smoking with tobacco than without tobacco.
Yeah. Plus it's this bloody skunk which is just really strong and stuff, right? And then
it's crazy. What the kids smoke today.
Yeah, exactly. Mega potent.
I see these kids smoking all day at the skate park and still fucking ripping. I have
we did too, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think the weed now's like way stronger.
Is it?
Maybe I'm just getting old.
I think you're getting old.
I mean, if I have 2 hits on a joint, I'm fucking flying. And not in a good way for skateboarding. My friend Andy that I skate with often go pole skating with, and he smokes pure. So like a few times in the summer, I'd be sitting with him after skating, and but I'm literally tripping. I had one day where I spent a long time staring at a water fountain because of the way the sunlight was going through the water that was coming out the water fountain. It was really amazing.
More like magic mushrooms or something.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm getting all the shadows wrong, but that's okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I drink too much nowadays.
I was never super into drinking.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I have my phases where I kind of like it a lot, and then I don't like it a lot. At the moment, I'm not so much. I went to Japan basically in October.
Yeah.
It's really nice there. It's just super cool, and so healthy there. It's fucking ridiculous. Like nobody's fat.
Yeah.
Nobody's fat, right? Like everybody just looks really healthy and sort of kind of well dressed, and the streets are clean and
you mean in Tokyo?
Food is
everywhere?
Nice. Kind of everywhere.
Where did you go?
We went to a few different places. We did basically 2-3 day road trips in a way. Well, one road trip really, and then we went through the countryside, like seaside, the biggest waterfall in Japan we saw, and then mountain roads.
Biggest, highest, or widest?
The tallest.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I can show you photos after the doodling, maybe. But yeah, it was beautiful. So many nice people. Yeah. Met the bass ninja.
The what?
The bass ninja. Some guy who ran a hostel, and he plays in a band. He plays bass in a band, and he calls himself the bass ninja. He's a super funny guy.
Nice. Still waiting for someone to invent the skateboarding kung fu that you've been waiting for.
Oh yeah. Like that Kung Fu Soccer movie, have you seen that?
No.
No?
No.
Oh man, you gotta see this. It's so funny, fucking hilarious. It's basically all about like this stupid football team that's not very good, but somehow they find a master and he teaches them Kung Fu Soccer, and then they shoot the ball and it becomes a dragon.
Okay, right.
It's really good, really funny. But yeah, so Kung Fu skating.
So why is everybody healthy in Japan? What are they doing different to us?
I mean, the food is they eat a lot, a very wide range of different foods, and they eat lots of vegetables. And basically, I think in the Western world, a lot of food is basically fried or somehow processed, right?
Yeah,
and in Japan, there's a lot of cooked vegetables, pickled vegetables, all this kind of stuff. It's quite nice.
Pickles, fermented foods, very good for you, apparently. Yeah. Like kimchi is really good for gut health. And sauerkraut, very good for your gut microbiome.
Yeah.
No, we eat shit in the West. And you ever seen these things where they show like a product that's sold in England and the same product in America, and they show the ingredients list?
Yeah.
And it's like
It's terrible.
twice as much stuff in the American version. And
sugar, corn syrup, and whatever not. Yeah.
so bad.
And then if you do the same with Japan, maybe it's kind of similar. Their stuff, has no sugar in it. It's really like if you, for example, there's a lot of bakeries in Japan, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't really expect it to be that good, but they're fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah?
They're really, really good. I mean, they're way better than any kind of artisan sourdough, whatever you get in London or here or so.
And bread-wise, or
yeah, bread-wise, pastry-wise, whatever-wise, they're just better, and they all have kind of like not all of them, but some of them, they have this sort of special theme, like they use some special Italian wheat or something like that, and they just try a bit harder, yeah, make it a bit nicer, and then like everybody fucking loves it. And their cakes, they're half as sweet as anything, but it tastes really good because they just balance the flavors of, pistachios, hazelnuts, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter, but not like sort of like, okay, let's put as much stuff in there as we can, and then it's too much. Yeah. Anyway.
It's nice to eat sweet things when you don't feel sick afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I love to eat cake, but I'll eat like half a slice of cake and I'm like, wow, that's enough.
Yeah.
I did a sugar fast for like 5 days once, and then I had some cake.
Really? Like last time I saw you here in Berlin, was it last time? You were on a month-long sugar fast. I remember we went to some cafe with Tomo, and you're like, oh, I want to eat this, but I can't. I'm not eating sugar. And then you moaned about your girlfriend for 2 hours.
I was on a. That's probably why I was so miserable. I can't remember doing munch long.
I mean, this is, I don't know how many years ago, 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. But I know, like 5 days without eating any sugar. It's really difficult because there's sugar in everything. Like even if you buy like pickled pickles,
yep,
there's sugar in there. But like 5 days no sugar, and then I had this small cake, and like the first bite, and I literally had 2 bites, and I was like, I should just stop now because I'm so satisfied, so happy. But of course, I finished it, and then I felt a little bit sick. But it's like, yeah, all cakes should be like either half the amount of sugar or half the size.
I totally nick your style, but that's how it goes on Doodle Day, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Pickle for life.
So, I'm going to tell the audience of maybe one person that Lucas is the person that the Doodle Dang started with back in 2001, when we used to just go skateboarding in the daytime, and then in the evening we'd sit at your table drawing, and you only had A4 sheets of paper, so we ended up drawing on the same piece.
Yep.
And then one day I was like, hey, we can make a zine with we both get to do a cover, because when you read it from one way, your pictures are up the right way, and the other way.
And then people visit and enjoy it, and the rest is history, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't draw hands.
Ancient history.
Your way of drawing hands is much better. It's sort of like...
It's much simpler because it's just black blobs.
Yeah, but you know, that's the thing. It's kind of like having the idea of doing it like that. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Fuck, I can't draw anymore at all. Pickle with hairs. Anyway.
Yeah, but I only started drawing them like that because I didn't want to work so hard. After
the world is listening.
It used to make me. I used to spend so much time drawing fucking tight outlines back in the street art days.
Yeah, I was looking for beans on my way here, but I didn't see any.
No, there's not very many around.
Okay.
Don't get out very much. Got kids.
Yeah,
nearly 50 years old, sitting in the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, painting on walls. There's one on my doorstep.
Yeah, I've seen that. Fair enough. But,
that's about as far as I get. Reach out the door.
with your rollator, right? Oh yeah, there you go. Kung Fu
brush pen. That's interesting. A big shout out to Matt Jones, who I got all these pens from because I went to visit his wife and kids, not his wife, his girlfriend and kids. And Sandra said, "Do you want some pens? I've got hundreds of them." And I was like,
then,
"Yeah, sure."
And then Chimp turned to this little lapdog going, "Yes, give it to me. Give me.
It's perfect for. So thanks, Matt. Thanks, Sandra. Matt moved back to England, and he's friends with Mickey now, old Mickey Boy G.
Oh really? Yeah.
Because he lives down in Lowestoft.
That's one guy I really miss sometimes. Crazy Mickey.
I miss all those days, to be honest, having a family of people that I'd see all the time.
Yeah.
Don't see many people these days. I mean, I used to see some of my friends, parents of Oscar's friends, often, but these days with the kids growing up, the kids go to and from school by themselves, so you don't see them after the parents after school, and I'm not very good at arranging to meet people.
So I don't even have a kid. I don't even have a dog, so I can't go to the...
You should put the cat on the lead and take it outside.
Well, we tried.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we've been taking her to the garden a few times, but she's not really into it, to be honest.
She's been a house cat her whole life.
Yeah. I mean, she's only 2.5. She still could learn, maybe. But
force her outside.
Yeah, kind of thinking about that. There's like some people who like drive around on the bicycle with their cat, you know. That is cool, man. I mean, fucking hell, there's this Scottish dude. He went to cycle around the world or something like that, right? And then he got as far as whatever it was, Slovakia or something like that, and found a kitten on the side of the road, right? Picked up the kitten to bring it to the vet, and the kitten just basically wouldn't leave him alone, so he kept the cat, and it fucking loved sitting in a basket in the front, you know, and just like cycling with him. So he named her Nala, and now he's a YouTube sensation in a way, or like has like hundreds of thousands of followers, and he just cycles around the world with his cat, right? That's all he does.
Damn.
The guy is not pretty. He looks like a, you know, he's like, he looks like a Scottish dude, basically. It's like...
Sorry, Kenny.
Not like that, kind of different. Well, anyway.
He's not pretty. He looks like a Scottish dude.
No. But it's you know, he's not a cool dude in a way. It's just like, but the cat is pretty. Cat is beautiful, and you know, it's funny. I don't know. I mean, they don't really do anything, but still, I don't know. I like seeing pictures of them, and they're being in Italy and I don't know where, just cycling around, and then pretty good.
It's kind of cool. Just go and stay going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that kind
and
of.
Nice for the guy to just sort of, you know, find his cat and then like sort of just be able to cycle around the world.
Have a friend. You've got a friend. I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast with this woman who's a beekeeper, and she's super sweet and nice and just a simple person, happy to just do her thing, and she put some videos on, I don't know, TikTok or something, and got like 50 million to 150 million views of her just doing things with bees, like, and now she's on Joe Rogan's podcast. She's a big deal, like TV producers and stuff contacting her, wanting to do TV shows with her, and she's like, don't understand, just want to look after the bees. And maybe I should get a pet, teach it to draw.
You should get a chimp, man. A real chimp. Chimp and a real chimp. Do you know a film called Lars and the Real Doll or something?
Lars and the Real Doll.
It's about a guy somewhere in Denmark or somewhere, whatever. He lives in this little town, and he somehow orders basically like a sex doll, pretty realistic one, and then just pretends to be his partner, and everybody joins and kind of pretends as well and stuff. It's a really stupid film, but kind of funny. It's quite funny. Maybe you could do the, you know, chimp and the real chimp.
I was been thinking for a while. I want to make some puppets, and just because you know when you're having a conversation in your head with yourself.
Yes.
Like when you're thinking about something, it's kind of a conversation, because I was like, well, there's things I want to talk about. Maybe I can just make a puppet and then just talk to the puppet.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, but not to be a ventriloquist even, because it's not about the fact that I'm pretending that that's another person. It's because it's actually me having me talking to myself about things and trying to understand things and explain things to myself. So you're talking to yourself all the time anyway. So that having the thing would just be like an expression of like having The puppet would just be an expression of the talking to yourself. And it would seem weird, but at the same time it's totally not weird. Lars and the real doll.
Something like that.
Okay. Just write it down and remember it.
That's better. It's a snake bird.
Didn't draw a Lucas for a long time. Doodle danging.
That's actually quite funny. You know how I used to draw things with moustaches a lot?
Yeah.
So now you have a moustache.
Yeah.
A bit different one maybe.
Right.
I don't know if I can still draw this shit actually. Some nose like that. Some moustache like that. Nyom.
Drink tea, get rad. Did you know that Sammy was in England just recently?
Yeah, I know. He did text me actually, but I didn't really feel like sort of getting pissed with Sammy and then not really talking anything. Like it's just so, I don't know. I kind of like the guy in some way, but at the same time, I can't be bothered with him.
Oh.
No, seriously, like I did all this stuff for his skateboard wheel company, and the return for it was basically nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that
that's
was
not cool.
I don't know, it's not so cool.
Kenny ordered a set of wheels from them, and
Yeah.
they never got them. It's like, come on, dudes.
Yeah, exactly. It's just this sort of,
I think they're
I
very
don't know.
business adept. But Kenny sent me funny stories about Sammy,
Yeah.
about him. He arrived with some American girl that apparently he barely knew,
Yeah.
and also got chatting to some Portuguese girl in the duty-free shop in the airport, who gave him her number.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he has that sort of effect, no? Same as like Martin. They're the girl charmers, these two.
It's another person I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, me too. But he lives in Portugal now, no, Martin?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of land there, and
Yeah, he I don't know, I met him when just after he built his house there. Somehow he came to London to promote his film. And he basically bought a house, like it's basically like a Lego kit, that house, right? So you get all the parts and you put it together yourself.
yeah.
And it's just, all you need is kind of like a screwdriver, basically. It's really simple.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. But it works because it doesn't get too cold down there, and then yeah, the old god.
Did you ever see Itchy?
Yeah, actually Itchy, like recently in the sort of last year I've seen her a few times. The reason being is that one of my sort of best friends in a way maybe is this guy called Hide, who runs a ramen shop, ramen restaurant in like near Elephant and Castle. And I've been helping him with his restaurant quite a lot. Like sort of, I built a roof in the backyard when I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
Well, that was recent. And helped him insulate the windows and put the decals on the window. Oh yeah, I painted for him as well with one-shot paint. Have you tried that stuff?
Oh yes.
I think I texted you about this at the time.
It's nice when you get it the right consistency and stuff. It's nice. It's nice, but it's so much.
Yeah, man. Like the first time I did it, I had the window open and it was quite cold, but I just painted like the first layer, like a white basically, sort of outline. And then I was stoned for 2 days. Fucking hell, man. So I bought a gas mask and that was bearable after that. But that stuff is so stinky, it's crazy.
Yeah. But you see these videos of people pinstriping with those long bristle brushes. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I like watching that stuff.
That's quite nice too. Basically, I painted this.
Whoa. But with one-shot paint?
Yeah. It's big. It's on a piece of aluminium, like about this big.
Crazy. It's taken ages because you've got to wait for the paint to dry and stuff.
Yeah. I did it like color by color. And like one color a day.
Alright.
It's quite fun.
And where's the ramen shop? Near where you live or what?
It's near Elephant and Castle. Yeah. So yeah. And then Itchy, she lives in Surrey Keys now, right? Which is not too far from there. So sometimes we see each other at that ramen shop.
Okay.
Or meet up there basically, which is cool. She's the same, essentially. Still mental. Still kind of comes in and then screams around in Japanese. Sometimes she talks to other people, sometimes not. I don't know. And then she leaves again. But it's fun.
She's started making art again. She's big into making collage and...
Yeah, I know. Apparently, she does them with her eyes closed, right? Like cuts out bits and pieces with her eyes closed. I'm not sure, and then sticks them up or something like that. And she has some of these things in that ramen shop, hanging on the wall, trying to kind of sell them. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always just see pictures of her and Winston eating.
Yep.
It's great.
And her in some bar drinking cocktails.
Yeah. Those were crazy days, the Shoreditch days.
Yep, the Bethnal Green days. Still kind of feel like that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's where it's like childhood almost, teenage years. Yeah, it was definitely, I miss it and I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't miss feeling mental all the time.
Yeah.
So I used to feel a lot.
And lonely.
I don't know if I felt lonely because I was always with you guys.
Yeah, but it's more like this sort of like after the dang was done and everybody was gone, and the lonely nights and going to Brick Lane, looking at all these people. Anyway.
You mean after I moved, or when did you and Tomoko meet?
In 2003.
Oh, okay.
Or 2, I think, or 1.
Because I didn't leave till 2008.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess from 2000 and...
I don't know.
I think I moved out of Caulfield Street sometime around 2006 because I had to.
Yeah, and then you moved in with Troy, ne?
Well, first I moved in with Catherine in Hackney.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Lived with that crazy woman for a brief period of time till she kicked me out so her girlfriend could move in. Oh, she's cool. She's still crazy.
Do you still have contact with her?
I see her on Instagram sometimes. She went to Burning Man this year.
Oh, really? Wow.
Which looks pretty amazing, I have to say.
Yeah, I know some guy who went there too. It looks amazing.
I saw this video of this people that make these drone shows. So it's like a fireworks show, but with drones, like 1,000 drones all flying synchronized, so they can make like a human head or like a figure that stands up and walks on the spot. It's like, fuck, this is crazy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be so easy to fake like an alien invasion. 2001. Where it all begun. 2000. Apologise to the audience that it's a bit dark, but it's winter.
Come on, that is cool.
I'm not a professional podcaster, so I didn't sort out other lights. Oh wait, there's a light on the. There's a light on the thing, isn't there? How does that work?
Isn't it here?
Yeah. I don't know if that's.
Maybe you need a battery, probably, in it.
Charge the battery. I can't remember which button it is. I didn't charge the battery. That's fine. Just super shaky. I think somewhere I've got some unpublished pages that we did with someone. I've got a feeling we drew with Bow 130 and Microbow, like on A3 sheets.
You have them or I have them?
I don't know. I have to check. Or maybe you have them.
I definitely didn't throw anything away. I know that. I know where they are as well, but I must admit I haven't looked at it for yonks.
I've got so many like boxes of drawings and sketchbooks and stuff. It's insane. And I always think, I need to save it. It's gonna be. There's ideas there that I could use, and I never go back to them. I mean, sometimes with my more recent sketchbooks, I do like. Oh, I need to make some paintings for an exhibition, so I go through a sketchbook and see what ideas I had that I didn't get done.
Recycle a bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense with stuff from 20 years ago. And sometimes I think, we should make a book with all the doodle dangs, but does anybody care about defaced drawings from 20 years ago? I don't think so. I did have a guy contact me recently and he's like, hey Dave, I was a big fan of Finders Keepers Crew back in the day. Would you draw some stickers for me? I sent some like blank postal stickers to Mysterious Owl and he drew some stickers for me. And I'm asking you as well, I'm going to ask Deface. And I sent him Tim's PMH's
draw this.
It was kind of fun to draw some stickers.
Yeah. That's it is. I still have some postal stickers as well in some drawer.
I've got loads of stuff. Loads of stuff everywhere. So many stickers that I've made and then not put in the streets. I've got a stack of stickers like that. Remember in the Photolog days, do you remember when Worcester Collective first started? There was like Worcester Collective in New York started, and it was kind of cool, but very quickly they were doing little interviews with street artists, and it didn't take long until they'd spoken to most people, it seemed. And then they were doing interviews with street artists that literally started making street art like a month before. And I thought this was a bit ridiculous. And so I came up with this fake graffiti identity, Zum1.
What?
Zum1.
Zum?
Like someone, but
Okay.
Z-U-M. And my idea was I'm going to make a whole bunch of stickers and I'm going to put them up with a fake Photolog account and then try and get Worcester to write about me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they asked me questions like, how long have you been making street art? I was going to say something like 3 weeks. So like just to take the piss. And then as I was drawing these Zum pieces, the shapes of the letters were starting to look like arses and stuff, and I was drawing a lot of like.
I do remember them, yes. Okay.
And then it evolved into like Zum1 was going to be a gay graffiti writer because that was a way for me to like take the piss out of all the graffiti writers that used to call us art fags. And I still got a stack like I don't know, like 3 or 4 inches thick of these hand painted like spray paint Posca outlines of like these different stickers that I was going to put up that I never put up. Probably like 100, 200 stickers.
You should put them on eBay basically and then just write some crazy text about how this is like the super famous artist from 1999 or something, the first street artist ever who was like original member of this crew and that crew and stuff or whatever. Just make it all up.
Or just sell it as a like instant beer instant street artist. I don't know. I can't remember how I even used to draw those pieces. But yeah, I didn't do it because like everything, it's fun to start the project, but to get the actual
and then becomes work, no?
Yeah. I like sitting at home drawing stickers, but going out into the street to. It looks like a turd. There you go. Turdy.
Turd.
Do you ever speak to Flying Fortress?
The last time I talked to him is, let's say, about a year ago.
Yeah, that's good.
The reason being that he wanted to buy a jacket in Scotland, but they wouldn't send it to anywhere else but the UK.
Okay.
So like a bomber jacket with a sort of patch on it, like a big patch on the back of some techno label.
Okay.
And so I bought it for him and then sent it to Germany.
Okay, nice.
And he said, let's do some collaboration, blah, blah, blah. And then we talk a little bit, but then nothing really happened, which is not really his fault. I don't know.
He's got 2 kids.
Yeah, but he doesn't drink anymore.
No.
He doesn't really party anymore.
No, I think he's much happier as well because of it, from what I hear.
Yeah. Unbelievable, like that party animal not partying anymore. What is he doing? What does he do all day? I mean,
I think he's really enjoying having kids now. Like I spoke to him, we share a Netflix account, so once a year he says, I need some money, and then we have a quick chat, and then but he told me he stopped drinking, and he's really enjoying having 2 daughters, which was cool because the last time I saw him was like 5 years ago in Switzerland, and man, the poor fucker he looked so bad. He was all grey and overweight and struggling. He seemed really unhappy.
Yeah.
His girlfriend didn't get that what he does is a job. It's like he's a pretty famous artist, but
yeah, he is.
she'd be like, yeah, you go and do your thing, like it's just him fucking around. But he seems much happier now, which is very good. I speak more often to Pam than I do to.
Yeah, actually, me too. So like, she always wants us to. She wants to meet up with us, like maybe this year as well. Actually, I should probably contact her because we're like traditionally we go to Bavaria basically for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Where my mom's partner still lives.
Oh yeah.
And then a few times we kind of tried to find a time to meet up, but then it started snowing really heavily, and or something else happened, but it never really happened. So another time Tomo was ill. Yeah, so it would be nice to kind of see her again.
Yeah, it looks really nice where she lives.
Oh man, amazing! This wooden house they built, right?
Oh yeah.
They don't live there anymore, but
where the place they live in now looks really nice.
That's the same place. Do you remember? You went to her wedding, did you?
Yeah.
Do you remember the way we had breakfast, like Weisswurst and pretzels, like that old sort of farmhouse, little kind of tiny rooms, really rustic inside, and big barn in the back. But not where the wedding was, but before that, in the morning, we went to have breakfast somewhere.
I don't remember that.
No?
I got a terrible memory, Lucas. I can't remember anything.
Can't be as bad as mine.
I don't know.
The only thing I remember is like places. I can remember any place I've ever been in a way.
Yeah.
And I can always find them again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
a very
everything
good
else, I mean, I couldn't tell you what I ate yesterday or something like that. Seriously, like.
I like hanging out with Neil because Neil always tells me stuff we did together. And I'm like, did we?
Yeah, that's like me and my school friend Tim, who lives in Bergmannstraße, Gneisenaustraße. He's like that as well.
Tim Carhart.
Yeah, exactly. Carhart Tim.
Because I've been hanging out with this girl just recently who lives with a friend of Tim's.
Oh, really?
She's from Düsseldorf. What's her name? I only met her just once the other day.
No.
Where's Tim's? Where's his parents from?
His mother is Japanese.
Yeah.
His dad is German.
Oh, okay. I think she's like.
But his dad lives in Corfu now.
Isn't there a large community from somewhere in Asia in Düsseldorf? Like.
Yes, yeah. Düsseldorf has the second biggest, what you call it, Japanese community outside of Japan, after London.
Pretty sure this girl's not.
No, hold on.
Japanese,
like I think Rio is the biggest one, then London, and then Düsseldorf.
Okay.
Somehow, for some weird reason.
No, I don't think this girl's Japanese, but she's got some Oriental blood. What even is it? Oriental? What do we say these days? What's the politically correct term?
Who the fuck gives a shit? This is Doodle Dang. The best thing, if I talk to somebody about this, the one thing that I always tell people, it's a bit rude, like there was this little guy basically that Chimp drew with a big moustache. Do you remember that one? A little guy with a big moustache.
I'm littler than Hitler, but my moustache is much bigger. Yeah.
That was one of the best characters ever, man. Exactly, yes, you do remember.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you could get away with saying stuff like that in those days. I don't think I'd get away with it now. I'd be instantly cancelled. Oh, damn, yeah.
Toilet literature, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I think most people that buy art from me hang it in their toilets. So yeah, this is always reading material for the toilet.
The throne room.
The throne room. How's England now? It's got a king. Is it any better?
What can I say? I don't know. I mean, it's no difference in a way, but this is all bullshit anyway. I watched The Queen on Netflix, like that series.
Oh yeah.
And but then the new series came out after she died, right? And somehow it's partly the actors, but also it kind of lost its interest because I'm not interested in Prince Charles at all.
Yeah.
The Queen was kind of cool, you know. She was kind of cute, and you know, like sort of like seemed like a nice old woman later on. Well, I didn't know him, and anyway, blah blah. But Prince Charles is just this sort of like weird dude who kind of like, I don't know.
He's awful. When you see the videos that came out in the first like few weeks of him being crowned king, he just seemed to be like a grumpy old man. He's just like annoyed by everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's got these weird fingers. They're super swollen, like sausages. What's going on there?
I don't know. He's a human after all, not a god. I don't know. I think there's more pressing matters, really.
Yes.
Getting so fucking expensive, everything, and I mean, I think in Britain is really a bit worse than here, even because there's Brexit, you know, so like stuff is missing everywhere.
What do you mean stuff is missing?
Staff.
Oh, staff.
Yeah, right. Like all the Polish, Romanian, whatever people, they all got kind of left because it's too tricky to stay, I guess. All that sort of stuff. It's mad.
Well, yeah, the first year of Brexit, there was no one to fucking gather the harvests.
Yeah.
Because this was usually done by poor, not refugees, but poor immigrants that would get shipped over.
Yep.
So I'm sure there's plenty of English people that could be collecting the fucking harvest.
Yeah, probably be good for them as well to get off their PlayStations.
I was actually pretty proud of Oscar the other day because he's not doing so good at school. He's not very. He likes science and he likes drawing and likes music lessons but he struggles with German and his maths is terrible. God.
But hold on, like his speaking German must be fluent, right? Or what?
Well, when he's in my house, he speaks English. When he's in Flavi's house, he speaks French.
Oh,
so
really?
he's only speaking German when he's at school or he's out with his friends.
I see.
So he doesn't have such a rich vocabulary as his German friends because he's not living in a household where he's watching German television, listening to German radio, hearing parents discussing things. You know, there's not. I mean, he's got books and stuff, but he's he doesn't have a super good vocabulary in English either because he's only talking to me in English. It's not like he's got both parents. So wobbly. I don't know what to do about that. But I was saying to him, you know, you can, if you learn we were talking to my dad on FaceTime and I was saying, you know, if you learn a skill that is useful everywhere, like being an electrician or a plumber or a carpenter, or, you know, something that anywhere in the world you could do that thing. I mean, it's like he speaks 3 languages, so that's it. If he was to learn Spanish, he's basically covered most of the world. He could get by.
Just need Mandarin, maybe.
And I say, yeah, you could, you know, be a electrician or something. He was like, I want to be a farmer. I was like, cool. I fully support that. If you want to be a farmer, that'd be rad. I'll come and work on a farm with you. Give up this drawing shit. Should we turn the page around?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing actually, because like it's kind of we're drawing against each other rather than with each other.
For life. All right, come on then.
Ape. What?
I wrote an ape and then I took the P to make a product because we were talking about P.
Product.
And then I put a K.
Yeah.
And then
Ramen.
Ramen.
Okay.
I like that T. That looks like a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, when he's older, like 18 and stuff, I might send him away to go. We had a tea break. We're back. Back once again with the Renegade Master, A1 Challenger, power to the people.
Commercial break. Really? Right.
Cup of tea.
Sweetest.
Cup of tea.
Sweetest.
Cup of tea. I can't draw a cup of tea. Jeez, that's terrible, Dave.
I'm liking this pen.
Oh yeah, it's nice, huh?
Brush pen.
Leider, da ist nur eins. Einmal. But there's lots of crackers.
Yep, I drink tea in the morning only, really, usually these days. Sometimes.
Why do you keep stopping, silly camera? I mean, obviously there's things happening, so you should keep recording. Oh well, we'll try again. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So, yeah, CD player, car.
So it's this thing that you put in the cigarette lighter to get some electricity, right? And it's basically a receiver for Bluetooth, which gets sent from your phone into that thing, and then it generates a radio wave, right? That you can catch with the car radio. And then, like, there's a frequency like 87.5, basically, which is never used, right? So it just uses that, and it's fucking fantastic. It's so simple, right?
So it connects your...
The phone sends out, you can, Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Ever heard of that? So you use Bluetooth to send the music or the call or whatever sound to that thing, basically, and then it just generates a radio wave.
That's cool.
It's like a mini radio station. And it cost 12 quid. I was so happy. Like, all of a sudden I have the whole world of music at my fingertips in my car. And don't have to listen to the same old bloody CDs again.
I wonder if there's a way to boost the signal so you can host your own radio show.
I think you probably could if you had like a circle of cars or something around it. Should be strong enough.
You'd be like what's that Christian Slater movie with where he's a pirate radio DJ? Pump up the volume.
I don't know that one. I don't remember it. Maybe
all the high school kids are parked with their cars, all listening to his show, all getting radicalised, becoming bad kids, rebels, wanting to fight the system.
Bad kids in cars.
Remember when people used to have the energy to fight the system? Now they just talk about fighting the system online.
Trolling the system.
Very paranoid that I probably need to get another phone just exclusively for TikTok.
Do you do TikToks as well?
No, because when I was visiting Kenny in the summer, Sammy and Mika were like, you need a TikTok page, you blow up, look at this shitty video that's had 1 million views, your stuff's way better than that, you should. And then I found out that the terms and conditions, like when you sign up for TikTok, fucking hell, man, they're allowed access to any computer that your phone gets connected to, that they can access your keystrokes.
That's why they're trying to ban it in the US, no?
I have no idea, but I don't know if I want Chinese hackers robbing my bank account. I haven't got anything.
Even if it's not that, but basically, you fortify your copyright and everything on it, and
oh yeah, right, yeah. Then they'd own the rights to everything I ever fucking did.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. So no, I'm not on TikTok, even though I could probably become a star and make lots of money, and that would be nice, wouldn't it? Might be able to pay the rent then.
You know, you can buy refurbished laptops and stuff.
Yeah.
I've done that, and it's generally like £300 cheaper.
Oh, my phone is a refurbished phone, and my iPad is a refurbished iPad.
There you go, yeah.
Maybe that's why this bloody thing keeps switching itself off. Now it's telling me the battery's low. Well, kids, this podcast will end at some stage. I have no control over my technology. I probably need a bit. Maybe I need to get a. What would be a better way to film this?
GoPro or something like that, I guess. I don't know, there's lots of cameras, isn't it? But I mean, just get an Android phone, they're so cheap nowadays.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man, I mean, it's not really any difference in an iPhone anyway, you can all do the same stuff.
Will I be able to get the film off the phone onto my computer still?
Of course,
Yeah?
yeah, of course. It's even easier, really, usually, because Android basically lets you do whatever you want in a way. It's more free, right? You can have an app on your computer and connect the phone, and go through the files. Like when it's connected to your phone, you can go through the files on your computer and just copy and paste them, like like you do on a hard drive or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Which you can't do on an iPhone, right? You always have to go through like iTunes or some shit like that.
Okay. I don't know very much about this stuff. I should really. Maybe.
I mean, I think if I buy a new phone at some point, I'm gonna get Android again, because it's just. I don't know. I bought this because I was doing a project for iOS, and then I thought like, oh, it'd be good to have one, but then I don't know. It's all the same shit anyway.
Okay, I thought they just. I always assumed it was like nothing was compatible.
No, of course it is. No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, even in I think the. Well, no, I mean, yeah. It'd be foolish, right? If Android wasn't compatible with Mac, basically, like.
Well, I thought that was the idea, is that, and then you have that, and then like PC users are all like Androids, and Macs are like, no, you have to have our shit.
Kill.
Yeah, you can do anything with an Android. Okay, maybe that's the way to go then.
And they're much cheaper. They cost like, iPhone costs, the cheapest iPhone costs 500, 600 or whatever. And some Motorola or whatever, it costs 200.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Just need to do a bit of research, find out what's got a good camera, and then I'll have to get an adapter for the mic or a different mic, because I had to get this one because it plugs directly in the phone, and then everything's so complicated. It was easier when you just put this shit out as a fanzine and gave it to people.
Sure.
You try and put it on the intrawebs and. I'm so untechnical. That's terrible.
I'm too technical.
I mean, there's probably so many things I could do, but I'm just like, then I'd have to learn this new thing, get this. I can't download that. My computer won't work with it. It's too old. Everything's changing all the time.
On the other hand, it's like a lot of stuff gets a lot easier these days, because the easier it gets, basically, the more people are going to use it. So that's what the company's going to push, right?
Yeah, true. I just don't spend any time looking at any of this stuff, so I think everything's really difficult, and it's probably not. If anyone in Berlin wants to give me some tech support and advice, please get in touch.
Still going.
Still going.
Way.
We might have
tech support.
some tech support.
Look, I even draw some.
If you some tit support. If you're watching this, kids, it means I learned how to edit some stuff. I think it was easier to draw stoned than it is to draw unstoned.
Some things, yes. I think it was easier to draw a lot more, basically, because like you just sit there and you totally zone out, but your hand would kind of like, basically like kind of your brain would slip into your hand in a way, right? And you just sort of, you don't even think anymore. It's just
on autopilot.
Yeah.
I'm not here, but my hands are still moving. Yeah, I think you're right. Drugs are good, kids. Take more drugs, but only if you're going to do stuff while you're taking those drugs.
Well, I don't know.
I think drugs can be good, but the drug lifestyle's not good. I'm much happier. I still like
Germany is quite getting closer to being like weed being legalized, isn't it?
Yeah, you can buy CBD weed in the Speckhof.
CBD weed.
Yeah,
What's
so
that?
there's two ingredients.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make you high. It just kind of calms you down.
Yeah, it's the relaxing part. It's like the health benefit part.
That's boring, isn't it?
I don't know, it's alright.
I like CBD, but I take drops.
Okay.
Helps me sleep sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the point. It's for your
We should do
health and relaxation rather than partying.
We should do Doodle dang fingernails. You know, you can buy fingernail printers nowadays. Like literally, you have your fake fingernail right on there. You put it in there and it scans it and then prints something onto it. Like an inkjet printer for fingernails.
Jesus Christ. You actually put your finger in there, or you put the stick on nails in reverse?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just saw some clip somewhere.
Having a box, you put your arm in and you get a tattoo and then take it out.
Have you seen Dune?
Yes.
You know that box where he puts his hand in? Always reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Painonator or whatever it's called.
I only watched it for the first time like a year ago. Like when
the old one or the new one?
The old one, because the new one came out and I was like, I haven't seen the old one, so I watched it and it's really good. It's really weird.
Yep, I quite like the new one too. It's not as weird, much more action and stuff, but it's really pretty pictures.
With the new one is when I saw the trailer, I was like, well, that's Spider-Man's girlfriend, and that's Aquaman, and that's Thanos. Like, I just felt like I can't.
Maybe your memory is too good.
No,
I would never be able to.
It's like all these. I mean, I don't even know if I've watched the Aquaman, but I only know that actor from the Aquaman stuff, and I only know that actress from being Spider-Man's girlfriend in the last couple of Spider-Man movies, and so yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
And I heard that it was really good, and also I heard that it was really bad, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably true. It's probably both. But I'm quite often like films just for the visuals in a way, while other people they want a story or something, and I don't care.
Hey, you know what I heard the other day? When people listen to a story together, so like if we were sitting here and someone was telling us a story, our heartbeats would sync up. Our hearts would be beating at the same rhythm.
That sounds like the text for a pop song. When we hear the story, our hearts sync up, something like that.
When you tell me a secret
story.
We need cookies. Oh, talking of cookies, I have to feed Oscar's cat.
I have no idea what I'm drawing, but it's terrible. This was supposed to be a zip, but it looks more like a Brazilian.
It looks. Oh man, nice. I like this guy. I don't know really what he came from. Oh, he came from here. I was looking at this ass upside down, and then I stole the wings of your snake, and they became hands.
Oh yeah.
Now he looks like he's a breadhead.
Breadhead. There's a bakery in London called Bread Ahead.
Bread what?
Bread Ahead.
Bread ahead.
Bread Ahead. Yes.
Well bred. Well bred then.
Many shops here that have these sort of weird names, isn't it? Like there's a.
Usually the hairdressers will have.
Yeah. But and the bicycle shops, ne? Like the Unplattbar down the road from here somewhere. I saw. Do you know this guy, some Japanese guy who always like does like really stupid stuff where he pulls like a piece of cloth from underneath a wine glass that's standing on his chest or something like that.
Maybe is he really fat?
Yeah, exactly. He's a really ugly guy, and then he's like I don't know. He ties like a string to his dick or something like that, and pulls the clothes out without showing anything. It's so funny, this guy, and he did a collaboration with Tony Hawk the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think of them because of this. It kind of looks like him a bit. Not really, but
nice. What was did you see the collaboration? What did you do? Tony Hawk did an air and his clothes fell.
I think Tony Hawk can't skate at the moment for some reason. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Weirdness. Oh man. I often want to smoke cigarettes, but I also don't want to smoke them.
Do you still smoke?
I went for a period of smoking again this summer for a couple of months. I got sucked back in. No, what happened was I slammed in my local skate park, dislocated these two fingers in April.
Oh.
Like this, this one was worse than this one. I don't know what happened to this one, but this one was sideways like that.
I think you posted something about it, didn't you? Yeah.
And I was so shocked. I just grabbed my hand, and I must have knocked it back in.
Yeah.
But the knuckles are still totally swollen.
No, yeah.
And I mean, it's like 8 months now.
Yeah, man, we're not 20 anymore.
Yeah, but I had a cigarette from somebody in the skate park to calm myself down because I was a bit like, woo. And then I came home and I was like, oh, maybe I should get some of that CBD weed from the Speekhelf. Maybe that's good for me to help me relax and not be in pain. And so I bummed some tobacco off of Flavie, and then I had this CBD weed, so I wanted to smoke the weed all the time. So then I had to get some tobacco, and then I bought like 2 packets of of tobacco this year, or 3 maybe, over the course of 3 months.
This is one thing that I don't miss, tobacco.
No, man, it gives me a fucking headache. Like, occasionally, if I end up smoking because I've gone for a drink with someone, and I always get such a fucking bang. Like, the whole next day I was just wasted.
Especially if you have a drink as well, isn't it?
But I know it's the tobacco that really fucks me up more than the drinks, because I can't even drink that much because I don't really like being drunk. But I really like smoking. It just doesn't like me, which is a good thing.
I like skinning up.
Yeah, skinning up.
That is the best thing of the whole experience in a way.
Yeah, sometimes I've done that where I'll be sitting with people that are smoking and I will roll a cigarette and then I won't smoke it. I just want to roll the cigarette. I want that experience and holding the cigarette in my hand. I don't need to smoke it. Just want the...
I'm going to show you some funny video clips. Like this.
What the fuck?
If weed is legal, you know, you get really...
hilarious. Dude, there's so much smoke.
I mean, there's whole fucking channels full of stuff like that, where like somebody gets into this sort of like a plastic zip-up tent, right, and they fill it with smoke, and then the guy comes out. Yeah, so stupid.
Yeah, but we would have done it 20 years ago.
Maybe. But there's one thing that I wanted to show you that is the funniest thing I've seen for a long time. If I can find it, that is.
I tell you what's funny. If you want to see,
There's so many funny things actually.
if
Have you seen this one? Whoop.
Oh yes, that's so good.
That is so
That's
cool.
so good.
These guys and their segways, so fucking amazing.
That's funny.
This one. Look at this. Have you seen this? Oh man, this is the best clip I've seen in so long.
She looks angry as well. She's really hitting him hard.
Oh, that cracked me up so bad. That's really...
Dude, send me that one.
Yep. Where is it?
If you want to watch good stand-up comedy on Instagram, Andrew Schultz has a stand-up called Infamous. Oh, it's so hard. It's so rude.
Dave the Chimp on Insta. Here you go. Send it. Who?
Andrew Schultz.
I don't know him.
It's called Infamous. He's a New York guy.
I've been watching a lot of German comedy lately.
German
Yeah,
comedy.
Trying to multitask. This one is quite funny as well.
Mama said I could be any here when I grew up, so I decided to be a unicorn. Mama said I could be any here when I grew up, so I decided to be a unicorn.
Oh man, it's just so good.
Internet is
There's so many stupid
dumb
things.
shit.
Like, yeah.
You know, TikTok in China doesn't have any of this dumb stuff. It's just videos of kids doing good at
Dancing.
sport, dancing, playing musical instruments, doing science experiments. It's all like educational.
I totally stole this brush pen. That fucking. I've seen multiple clips of that.
Oh yeah.
Like there was some old guy with a military helmet and his mate hitting him, but none was as funny as that girl.
She's
really leans into it, isn't it? It's just bang. So fun.
And it's like a cast iron frying pan as well. It's a heavy one. It's not like... Damn, son.
Should we turn around one more time?
Turn around every now and then. Do you remember when we went to Sammy and Anna's wedding in Sweden? We were riding the train with Itchy. Were you with? Do you remember what that kid said to her? There was a little kid, like a boy of about, 7 or 8, on the train.
No.
And because we had to go from the airport to where the wedding was, and he kept like looking at Itchy, and they were kind of flirting, playing. And he just walked up to her and he went, "I love you, turn around."
I love you, turn around.
I love you, turn around.
Okay.
I thought it was the funniest thing I ever heard.
What did she say?
I don't remember. I just felt about laughing though. It's like, "I love you, turn around." Best chat up line from a 7-year-old.
Nice.
Oh god.
Kid and play.
Oh.
I wonder what Tom was doing. Well, I'd let her do whatever.
She's with friends.
Yeah, she like one of her Japanese friends.
Turn around every now and then I get a little turn around.
Now my eyes are itchy.
Concentrating.
From laughing.
Bright eyes every now and then. I saw a picture of Sammy with Phil while he was in England. Yeah.
Okay. And one of the old guard that I haven't heard anything of.
I haven't heard anything from him since I quit being on Twitter 27 years ago.
Twitter. God, man. I never liked that thing.
No, me either.
It's way too much bullshit and...
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, like, you have to click, and then it's not what you think it is, and then, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, no, it was annoying when someone would share a photo and then you couldn't just see the photo, you had to go somewhere else. Oh, this is bullshit. Can't be doing
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need an Apple Watch and Twitter. I need to be immersed all the time. Technology is my god.
I've been spending way too much time on Instagram lately.
Yeah.
I need to stop.
I've been watching it. I've been looking at Facebook a look.
Facebook look. Facebook look.
Very I don't need to be stoned. And then like there's a
That's a sign of age, Lucas, looking at Facebook.
yeah, for sure, especially because I'm looking at like watch like groups about watches and stuff like that.
What?
It just seems interesting. Like there's a lot of really nice watches out there, and then people talk about this stuff. And because I discovered that you can buy watchmaking kits, where you basically you get like a case, you get the movement, like the machine you get the hands, you get the sort of like the crown and all that kind of stuff, and then you kind of put it all together yourself.
Those are technical words. The crown.
Not much, but I don't know. I like the idea. I always admired watchmakers, right? Because it's just fucking amazing. Like they're super tiny, super precise, and blah blah blah. And I thought, oh, this would be cool to maybe try that, but then I didn't. But then it kind of got me interested in like what all these terms mean and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, middle-aged fun, right? Robot hoovers, wooden floors, and watchmaking kits.
My dad does paint by numbers. But my dad's also colourblind, so you can't really see what he's doing.
Whoops.
He's like, all the colours just look like grey to me, but they look quite nice when they're finished.
It's quite psychedelic maybe sometimes.
He can literally like do that much in an hour because he's sitting there with his tiny paintbrushes. But hey man, gives him something to do.
Yeah, better than just, I don't know, doing nothing or complaining about immigrants or something like that. Yeah.
Damn, son. Filling up this page.
Yeah.
Killing white space. Oh. I have to leave this bit. This bit's got to stay empty, I think, because of the bird feet. This bit's got to stay empty, I think, because of the bird feet. Yeah. PMH was doing another zine. A drawing zine, because he got he's very much graphic design boy for the last years.
Yeah.
But he started drawing again because he had some, his computer was running slowly or something, so he was drawing while he was waiting for stuff to render or something. And
do that.
And then he had a lot of nice drawings. I kept saying, "Oh, that's a nice drawing," and then he told me he's doing another drawing zine. I was like, "Yeah, his drawings are the best." Oh, Timmy.
Lamp post. Has that got 2T? 2P, I mean.
No.
Weird though, isn't it?
Have you seen my latest lamppost? If you were a lamppost designer, you'd be like, have you seen my latest lamppost? New post.
Yeah, I have a lamp that posts on Twitter. Lamppost?
Lamppost.
Lamp that posts.
sometimes if there's things that offend me.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's pros. There's people who do this as a hobby or something like that. There was like one guy in my hometown. He was kind of famous for, like, in that sort of, in the graffiti boy community, for always going around and like cleaning the lampposts of stickers. And then he got beaten up by some people.
But why did he do that? Because he thought stickers are not. Well, he was a graffiti dude.
No.
Oh, okay.
Spießer, like a square person, if you know what I mean.
Not sure this lady's politically correct to be drawing naked ladies with their breasts.
Oh, come on, it's just humans, right?
It's a fertility goddess, but one from Miami, not Africa. Miami Vice. Brilliant. Nice. I think the battery's going to run dead on the phone in a minute. So thank you. It's fun to do this again.
Doesn't mean we have to stop, right?
No, it doesn't mean we have to
Can't
stop.
now.
Can't stop, won't stop. Got 15 years of doodle danging to get out.
Dies ist der Moment, wo der Frosch ins Wasser rennt. Do you understand that?
Bitte?
Dies ist der Moment, wo der Frosch ins Wasser rennt. No?
Ja.
Dies ist der Moment, okay,
Yeah.
wo der Frosch ins Wasser
the
rennt.
Frog in the water
Runs into the
runs
water.
into the water. Okay.
I used to have this brilliant old record, like kids record with things like that on it. There was something, what was it? Something about how big loud farts never stink, but the little ones take care.
Yeah, silent but deadly.
Exactly.
That's what the dog does. It's silent but deadly. Did I give you those prints in the summer? Did I remember to bring them to England?
You sent them to me.
The screen prints, the triangle pyramid ones. Yeah, cool.
Thank you for that.
Still got the two colour like films we drew with Pete and my friend Katie. There was a skull.
Yes, vague memories.
Katie, she used to live here in Berlin. She's from Hildesheim. She's the tall, skinny girl.
Yeah,
Joska.
really
Joska,
young one.
yeah.
Yes, I remember her.
We did like a A3, no, maybe bigger, A2, two colour doodle with a skull, with her and Pete.
Yeah,
I've
I
still
think
got
I
the
remember
artwork.
a
I
bit.
still need to print that sometime.
Oh shit! Yeah, there is some unpublished stuff, Doodle things, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Auspuff.
Good word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some really good words in German, like Schmetterling.
Yeah, it's a good one. Auspuff is what you say when you want the gay man to leave. Auspuff. It's probably another word. You probably can't say. Sorry, YouTube.
Shut up.
It's a German word. You're allowed to say that. Yeah, it's a nose. It's a skateboard, and it's an eyes, and it's a nose, and a moustache.
I wish I was a Schmetterling.
But I am a rapper with lots of bling. Oh, my wrist aches. This is more drawing than I've done in.
Fucking hell, man. You're losing it.
I really am. That's why I draw with a brush, because I only have to make a few marks and then I'm done. Yeah, I've got to draw everything. Draw everything.
Draw a Möter.
A Mütter?
Ja, halb Mensch, halb Köter.
Wow, what's a Köter?
Köter. Köter is a little annoying dog. No?
Ah, okay.
So a Möter is half Mensch, half Köter. I don't know where that came from, but it's some famous comment from some comedian or so. Dude. That's cool. What is that?
It's one of Oscar's creations. There's my. I'm trying to draw half person, half dog, and it doesn't look like anything.
What?
Yep. Christian Slater made all the kids go bad with his car. It was with his political commentary and his records, not with his car.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Ah, now I see where all these things came from. Okay. Alright.
Just flair, you know. Flair. Okay.
Highlights and shadows.
Can have this one for a bit.
Thanks, man.
What shadows?
Highlights and shadows.
Oh yeah.
It's all about.
Still going?
Yeah, still going. I'm not, but the camera is.
So Löwenskate sends you tea. Or what?
Löwenskate. Yeah, lion skateboards. No, it's because when I drew that board,
That's all.
that was a competition,
Mm-hmm.
and part of the prize was tea. So they sent me loads of tea. I don't drink so much black tea these days, so I gave quite a lot of it to people. And
what do you drink instead?
I usually drink
Ketchup?
I drink my own urine.
With or without milk?
Oh, that's disgusting. Of course, without milk. No, I usually drink Kräuter tea when I'm at home, and I drink just like ginger tea in the studio, or I just drink hot water after a certain time, because I'm trying to intermittent fast most days. So
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I bought like one of these
apps, intermittent fasting apps.
not quite. But I bought a carbonating machine.
I was put bubbles in the water.
Yeah, and I fucking love it. That's so good.
Yeah, Germans love
Love
the
it, love
bubbly
it, love
water.
it.
That's not really my. There you go. That's what I drink.
Cup of pee.
Looks like some kind of cartoon character from the 60s. That penis.
Which one? Oh.
Looks like a hat from here and a moustache.
But that moustache is much bigger.
Oh my goodness. What is the time?
It's
Christmas tomorrow.
4:30.
I will have to go to the supermarket before there's nothing left.
So, yeah.
Christmas tomorrow. Christmas.
Where's the supermarket?
Oh, 5 minutes walk away. 5 minutes walk away. Easy.
Okay. I wanted to buy some cheese actually.
They have cheese.
Yeah, no, but I mean for breakfast tomorrow. Maybe we can go together to the supermarket.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The German.
Ja, man, da German.
My moustache is. I'm littler than Hitler, but my moustache is much bigger.